Welcome to our vocabulary focus lesson, all about the language of opinions, likes and dislikes. So we're going to be looking at the really important phrases that we saw in our modelled conversation lesson, and you can see them all here in our key vocabulary table. So let's move on to our first piece of key language, which is "It's been way too long." We say this when we're really happy to see someone, and also especially when we haven't seen them for a very long time, so that makes us happy we can see them now. It's great you're back from your trip. It's been way too long. We've got a lot to talk about. It's really been way too long. I've got to say. So this really is an opening phrase when we want to begin giving an opinion, usually a strong opinion that we have. I've got to say, this pizza is probably the best I've ever had. Surprisingly, we had a great time there. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it. I can't stand. Here we have another opening phrase, a very strong way to say that we don't like something or even someone. I can't stand watching the news. It's so depressing. I really can't stand that man. He's an awful person. Depressing. To describe something or someone who doesn't make people happy. The decoration in this shop is so depressing. Maybe they should add some colour. The movie is pretty depressing. Still though, I quite enjoyed it. Worst. So this is an adjective, and it's something or someone that is of the lowest level of quality, or just we really don't like it. February is the worst month in the UK by far, always raining. I find the clothes here are the worst, poor quality in comparison to other stores. Amazing. Something or someone that is of the highest quality, an antonym or the opposite to worst. What an amazing show. I really can't wait to bring my family to see it too. He's an amazing person. After all that happened, he's still so kind. Reliable. A person or object that is trustworthy and won't let you down. You can always depend on this thing. This company is the most reliable. I've never lost a package with them before. She's so reliable. Any task I've given her in the past is always completed on time. Value for money. A phrase to describe something that represents its worth in money. This new flight offer is great value for money. Gotta book soon though. It really doesn't give much value for money. It's a bad deal if you ask me. Rubbish. Something that can be thrown or cast away that has no real use or is poor quality, and also not particularly a polite thing to say. It's rubbish. I used it for 3 days and it broke straight away. That new album is totally rubbish. How do you like listening to that? Disappointing. The feeling of being let down or not satisfied with an activity, object, or person. It's pretty disappointing, really. I was hoping for much better writing in this book. The art show was disappointing. I didn't even get to meet the artist. Cheap to run. An expression used to describe an action or an object that costs little, but it always gives good results. This car is very cheap to run. It barely uses any fuel at all. The house is quite cheap to run. They added solar panels only last year. To be honest. So this is an opening phrase, and it's also something we use when we're beginning to give someone our opinion. To be honest, I expected that they would be late to arrive anyway. To be honest, I found this course more difficult than I thought. Grow on me. So an idiomatic expression, it's not actually something growing on you, and we use it to describe something we didn't like at first, but like now. I hated their album at first, but it's really started to grow on me now. Yeah, I suppose he's grown on me over the last year. Couldn't care less. When a person doesn't like or is not interested in something else, or even a person too. I couldn't care less about the weather tomorrow. I'm staying in. You choose. I couldn't care less which part we go to. Obsessed. So we use this to describe a person who is overly or too much interested in a topic or thing. They don't think of anything else. She's totally obsessed with this new crime drama on Netflix. I think I'm starting to get obsessed with this sport. So there we go, our key vocabulary for opinions, likes and dislikes. You can of course pause the video and check out the chart one more time here. See you in the next lesson.